JohnMGottman, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. A practical guide from the country's foremost relationship expert. Embark on a journey towards a stronger, more fulfilling marriage with this summary of The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. A practical guide from the country's foremost relationship expert by JohnMGottman. Through his expertise, we will explore the concept of love maps, the fundamental importance of a fondness and admiration system, and the role of everyday conversations in nurturing romance. Learn to navigate gender-related conflicts by demonstrating respect, tackle solvable and perpetual problems, break free from gridlock, and develop a deep sense of shared meaning. By understanding these insights, you will equip yourself with the necessary tools to nourish and strengthen your marital bond.
Your love map matters. Your emotional connection with your partner relies on the development of your love map, a collection of private, sensitive, and crucial information located in your mind. This map encompasses yours and your partner's aspirations, values, fears, and life philosophies. A neglected love map stifles emotional intimacy and deteriorates the relationship. In several divorce cases, couples were not familiar with each other due to underdeveloped love maps. For instance, Rory, a workaholic pediatrician, had lost emotional affinity with his family. He had no idea about simple details like the family dog's name or the house's back door location. Having a baby or any significant life change can reshape your love map and that of your partner. Thus, it is essential to keep nurturing your love map to maintain a strong and intimate relationship with your partner. Assessing your marriage's fondness and admiration system. To determine if a marriage is salvageable, couples should assess their fondness and admiration system. This involves asking partners to recall positive moments from their shared past. If they can do so emphatically, there is a good chance for a happy future. Rory, a pediatrician, was able to fix his struggling marriage by recalling early days with love, admiration, and respect for his wife. A solid fondness and admiration system is crucial in having a successful marriage. Couples can assess this by answering true or false to statements like, "I can easily list 3 things I admire in my partner." The art of turning towards your partner. The key to maintaining a joyful marriage is not found in grand gestures, but in the significance of everyday conversations. This book emphasizes that daily interactions, or bids for attention, can enhance a relationship. By paying attention and tuning into your partner's needs, you reinforce the romance and affection in your marriage. The author stresses that it's the small moments in life, such as asking about each other's day or discussing a nightmare, that can lead to a long-lasting and fulfilling marriage. The author also acknowledges that being mindful of important everyday conversations can improve the stability and romance in any relationship. Rather than taking their interactions for granted, couples should realize the value of these moments and show gratitude for their partner's attention. By turning towards your partner, you can enjoy this connection with them at any time, whether a conversation seems small or significant. The power of equality in marriage. Fairness and equality play a significant role in maintaining a happy and lasting marriage. Husbands who treat their wives with respect and allow them to influence their decisions are more likely to have successful marriages and avoid divorce. Marriage is a partnership that should be built on fairness and equality. The way husbands treat their wives greatly impacts their relationship, and conflict can arise if respect and honor are not present. A husband's negative reactions tend to escalate a minor dispute, whereas wives often try to defuse the situation and prevent arguments. The importance of treating wives with respect is backed by a 130-couple study that reveals happy and lasting marriages are those in which husbands allow their wives to influence them. On the contrary, marriages in which husbands refuse to share power with their partners have an 81% chance of falling apart. This study is illustrated through the example of Jack, who kept his promise to his wife and sought the opinion of a mechanic before buying a used Honda from Phil. Phil ridiculed Jack for letting his wife advise him, but it turned out that the car had a transmission fault. Thanks to his wife's influence, Jack avoided making a terrible mistake, and his marriage remained strong. In summary, husbands who respect their wives and allow them to influence their decisions are more likely to have successful marriages. On the other hand, husbands who refuse to share power with their partners risk their marriages falling apart. Fairness and equality are the key ingredients to a happy and lasting marriage. Solvable and perpetual marital problems. Conflict arises in every marriage, and while solvable problems can be easily resolved, perpetual problems tend to linger. It is common for most couples to have perpetual conflicts that may not have a concrete solution. However, the key is to recognize and manage these issues rather than avoiding them. Any married couple can attest to the fact that conflicts are inevitable. It is not unusual for partners to experience solvable problems that, when approached with mutual understanding and compromise, can be resolved easily, but they can linger and fester if not addressed properly. Solvable problems are minor disagreements such as household chores, parenting styles, or financial decisions. It can be managed if couples learn how to deal with them. The first step is to take control of the situation by starting a conversation with a calm and objective mind and monitoring the tone of the conversation for emotional flooding. Perpetual problems, on the other hand, are continuous disagreements that may not have a concrete solution. Research shows that 69% of couples have a perpetual problem that could put a strain on the marriage if not confronted. However, this does not necessarily mean that perpetual conflicts will lead to a failed marriage. Rather, recognizing the issues and managing them head-on is a useful step towards a stronger relationship. Although issues like religious beliefs or cultural differences can be serious, couples can overcome them by finding ways to manage their differences or by approaching them with humor, mutual respect, and understanding. In conclusion, marital conflicts, whether solvable or perpetual, are a natural part of marriage. This means that couples should develop the necessary skills to manage and resolve conflicts even in challenging situations. The key is to approach conflicts with empathy, active listening, and mutual respect, which will lead to a stronger union. Breaking free from gridlock. In this summary, we'll learn how to manage conflicts that seem unsolvable in a marriage. When faced with gridlock, the aim is to convert it into a dialogue. The person experiencing it should target what is contributing to the conflict, which may involve acknowledging their own contribution. It's essential to recognize that gridlock is a sign that one partner's hopes for the marriage are not being respected. This may involve anything, from one's career goals to spiritual aspirations. Respecting each other's desires and taking turns can help couples break free from gridlock and manage unsolvable conflicts effectively. Do you struggle with conflicts that seem impossible to solve in your marriage? The feeling of being caged by the same issues that keep coming up can be frustrating. However, instead of trying to eradicate the problem, a better approach is to convert it into a dialogue. This means targeting what contributes to the conflict, even if you blame your partner entirely. For example, if you think he is a slob and leaves the house in complete disarray, raising the issue with him can help change the situation. Gridlock is a sign that your partner isn't respecting your hopes for the marriage. These may involve anything from your career goals to spiritual aspirations. To break free from gridlock, it's essential to respect each other's desires and take turns. For instance, if you disagree on where to eat, taking turns cooking dinner at home or dining out can help both partners feel loved. Managing conflicts in a marriage isn't easy, but with constructive dialogue, it's possible to resolve even the most stubborn conflicts. Shared meaning in marriage. Marriage thrives on shared meaning, which requires a deep understanding of each other's values and roles. Couples who find common ground and agree on their roles often enjoy happy and long-lasting relationships, regardless of their differences. Marriage is not just about being two birds of a feather who naturally flock together. Even couples with different interests, lifestyles, or backgrounds can have a harmonious and fulfilling relationship. However, to achieve this, they need to build a sense of shared meaning, which involves understanding and respecting each other's values, beliefs, and aspirations. Too often, couples rush into marriage without really knowing enough about each other's values and goals. They assume that love and chemistry are enough to sustain their relationship, but they overlook the importance of shared meaning. Without shared meaning, couples may feel disconnected, unfulfilled, or dissatisfied. For example, Kevin and Helen had different career paths and hobbies that didn't overlap much. They thought that they could pursue their own interests and still maintain a healthy marriage. However, they soon realized that they lacked a sense of family feeling and shared purpose. They decided to sit down and share their past, childhood, and family values with each other. By doing so, they discovered common ground and a deeper understanding of each other. This brought them closer together and strengthened their relationship. Another key factor in building shared meaning is agreeing on the roles you play in the relationship. Every couple has a specific idea of who they want to be and what they want to contribute to their partnership. It's important to communicate these expectations and reach a mutual understanding. For instance, some couples may prefer a traditional division of labor, where the husband is the protector and provider, while the wife is the nurturer and caregiver. Other couples may prefer a more egalitarian approach, where they share both emotional and financial support. Overall, the message of the book is that shared meaning is essential for a healthy and long-lasting marriage. It requires openness, communication, and a willingness to understand and respect each other's values and roles. Couples who find shared meaning often enjoy a deeper and more fulfilling relationship, regardless of their differences. Marital Predictors. The 4 horsemen of marriage, criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling, are indicators that a marriage is headed for the rocks. Criticism turns into contempt, which leads to defensiveness. The final horseman, stonewalling, causes disengagement in conversation. These 4 horsemen are signs that a marriage is in danger. Solving common marriage conflicts. In this book, the author analyzes 2 common marriage conflicts, in-law troubles and having a newborn baby, that can be resolved with simple solutions. One of the toughest challenges for a marriage is dealing with in-laws. Both sides compete for the love of the same person, and sometimes parents-in-law find it hard to accept that their child now has a new family. To deal with this conflict, the spouse must make it clear that their partner comes first and set boundaries. For example, if parents refuse to go to a restaurant that the new daughter-in-law has chosen, the couple should still go without changing their plans. Secondly, having a baby can lead to a decrease in intimacy between partners and bring feelings of exclusion for the father. To prevent this, mothers must acknowledge that the baby is also the father's child, and both should adopt different parenting styles, with the understanding that every approach is valid. By following these simple solutions, couples can overcome these common conflicts in their marriage.
In closing, achieving a happy and lasting marriage is possible when you apply Gottman's 7 principles. Keep your love map up to date, make sure to foster your fondness and admiration system, and turn towards each other for support. Keep fairness and equality at the core of your relationship and learn to deal with both solvable and perpetual conflicts effectively. Aim to get out of gridlock and create shared meaning for a fulfilling marriage. By understanding and practicing these principles, you will not only improve your relationship but also walk the path towards marital bliss.